We are almost to dinner. Woo! I did it.
It's a wig. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
I love your reaction. Is that exactly what you remember?
I recently got out of the military and I now work at a classic.
Hello, 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 my beautiful thick and thinners. It is Sunday, and we just finished everything. I am still in disbelief, and I'm so happy because we freaking won. We did it, y'all. Like, I remember sitting on the couch with Eli telling him that, like, okay, I'm really gonna do this thing. I'm really gonna do a bodybuilding competition, and I want to win. I want to do wellness, and I want to be undeniable. And we got first place. Like, I'm still in shock. I got second in overall, and I am just so thankful for the whole experience. And we're not done yet. We're coming for the NPC bikini show in November, and I think it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I agree with my coach that my size there will shine, you know, and I'm just so excited for that, but like still reminiscing and like absorbing all of the good shit that happened this weekend. being able to actually talk to my stepdad about like real feelings about bodybuilding and macros and the journey, and sharing it, because I know he doesn't watch the YouTube channel, and I know they don't, like, my family doesn't know everything in between. Like, they know I've been working hard for it, but they didn't have like any background or know like my ups and downs, because they're in California and how could they, you know? And it's just awesome because I was talking to my mom about it, and I was just like, I don't think you guys have ever really came to any of my other sports, and they didn't, and she confirmed that. But they came to this one, and this one where I was able to bring home first place, and I was able to share this experience with them and do well. So fucking cool. And then like Melanie being there, and my aunt being there, and obviously Eli being there, and then meeting so many amazing people. Like the amount of stories I heard this weekend and the people that I connected with, like, we will forever be connected, you know? There were so many of us that it was our first shows, and it was just so cool. And I'm so excited to do more shows and continue this journey with you guys, and just share it all. Like, it was a little crazy on show day, which is so funny because I tried to do all the steps so it wouldn't be as frantic, but you know, I tend to be a little accident prone, and it happened, but it all worked out. Like, honestly, like everything, like even though there was a few bumps, like I'll give you an example. So we go, like I did most of my stuff like DIY other than my makeup. So we had an appointment, but when we were trying to get into the appointment, we took the wrong turn, so I had to like run across the parking lot, but then there was like this huge motorcycle like meetup, and they had like a ton of booths and like a bunch of rowdy people, and so I had to run and do that. But then also I have to be careful to like not sweat off my tan, you know. And then so we finally make it, perfect timing. Loved my freaking makeup. That was something really cool to highlight too, is that my makeup artist, it's called Hopeful Beauty, and she had these beautiful pearls on her eyes, right? And I was like, oh, I love jewels. Like, is there any way that I could get jewels? And she looked at me and she was just like, you want jewels? Nobody ever wants jewels. I would love to do jewels on you. What color is your suit? I was like, oh, it's like a greenish blue. And she was like, are you joking? And I was like, well, no, why? She was like, I literally just bought these green and blue jewels yesterday, and I didn't think anybody was going to use it, but I had to grab them because they're so beautiful, and they matched my suit so freaking perfectly. And so we did this amazing crease cut with these jewels that, like, again, it just stood out. And she talked about how none of the other competitors ever feel like ballsy enough to do something like that. And I was like, man, my hair is already bright red, my suit, like, I'm just not a traditional person, and I want to stand out in any way that I can, so let's go for it. And she was totally up for it, and it was fantastic. I'm so glad it came out so good, and I felt so beautiful. But as soon as we got from there, the plan was either we were gonna do the rest of my tan at the hotel, or potentially at Shandy's hotel, or at the convention center. Turns out I forgot my Pro Tan bag at the Airbnb, so we didn't know that until after we went to the Wendy's that was like right next to the convention center. So we had to drive to the Airbnb. I called Eli looking like to see if he could find it for us, and just to tell him that we're like on our way, you know. And then as we're pulling up to the Airbnb, I see Eli driving out, and I was just like, wait, where the hell are you going? And he almost like left with the Protan. So it's a good thing that I did catch him, because if he went the other way, that like to leave, I could have totally missed him, and it wouldn't, like, I wouldn't have made it on time to the show. Because mind you, by the time that we got to the Airbnb, it was about 3:50. I would say maybe 3:45-ish, you know. And mind you, stage time is 4:30, and the Airbnb is about 12 to 15 minutes from the convention center. So, and I still needed to pump up. I still needed to get all of my tan and my glaze and all of my booty, like my bikini bite on, you know. And yeah, so me and Melanie like ran up the stairs, and we did my last moose, and it came out so freaking well. My hands are a little dark still, if you can see it. But we made it. I didn't, like, I just put my robe on and put my heels on. I had to take my photos for the coach, and then we just left. I didn't even have any clothes other than like a jacket that I knew I had in the back of the trunk, you know. We ended up pulling up to the convention center by 4:17, and I need to go pee super bad, and then had to figure out like how to finish my pump, because as she was like putting my glaze and everything on me, I was like pumping up with my bands and stuff and everything. But it was a little frantic, it was a little worrisome, but we made it in time. And there were 2 divisions for wellness, and I was in the 2nd division, and the other women in my division were super sweet, and I absolutely adore them. And Miss Isabel and Julia, and they fucking rocked it. And Julia was super sweet. She was like, as soon as we got off stage, she was like, you need to do NPC. And I was like, really? Like, thank you so much, because that is my goal. Like, that's what I want to do. And so just like hearing those like words of affirmation just like reiterated the fact that like, no, like I'm for sure gonna do this November 5th show. I got the good graces from Coach, so we're pushing it. So you guys will still see like more road, like chasing the stage, you know. But so today we have 1 untracked meal, and we were gonna get pasta. I don't know if we're still gonna do that or not, but who knows. I'll show you what we got. But I had a specific macro count that I need to hit without the untracked meal, and I'm pretty good on that. I just like, I'm shy a little bit on protein, but I'll have that like on top of whatever meal that we have. And then yeah, so got a good workout in at Alphaland today. Took a ton of photos with some great people that I met, and including Taylor Saylor, who I kept seeing throughout the entire weekend. And we talked like a couple times, and I was like, finally, can I take a photo with you, because I have enough courage to ask you, and she was super sweet and like awesome. So I'm glad she is as cool as I like thought she would be, you know. But yeah, it was such a good weekend. I tried to get as much footage as I can, but again, we were really just running around a ton, and got to spend so much time with my mom, and didn't get that much time with my aunt, but we had an amazing dinner last night. We went to Uchiko, and it was so good. Like my favorite roll that they had was called ham and eggs, and it was a pork belly. It was a pork belly sushi roll, and we literally got 2 of them. I will be dreaming about that. And then we ordered 4 rolls. We got the spicy sake maki, the ham and eggs, and then this other wagyu one, and then we got the other ham and eggs. And since the sake maki took super long to come out, the waiter actually comped us some desserts, and they were so freaking good. Like, it was undeniably like one of the best and eclectic desserts that we've had so far, and I was really happy that like everybody else enjoyed it too. So they gave us the s'mores dessert, and also, which was like this chocolate layered log, and then it had like an ice cream on the side. So good. And then there's this other one that it was like a sweet potato dessert, but I don't even know how to describe it. I'm gonna pull up the description of it and then I'll show you guys pictures of it. But apparently they even have like garlic in it, and we were talking about how like the waiter came around and was like, yeah, whenever they told me that there was gonna be garlic in this dessert, I didn't think it was gonna work, but it is so good, because it was like there was caramel, there was like these crunchy bits, and then it was just like so many different textures. It was like salty and sweet and savory at the same time. It was perfect. It was the best post-show dinner ever. But yeah, I'm still just like glowing. Like, I keep saying thank you because I am so fucking grateful for everything. Like, I'm grateful for like my hard work, but I'm also grateful for all the people that helped me through this journey and like supported me through this journey, and even the people that didn't support me on this journey. I'm just overwhelmed, you know, just so freaking overwhelmed with like so much happiness, because like again, we waited 7 years for this, and like the fact that I was able to bring it home on my very first show, fucking awesome. I'm so stoked. And as soon as tomorrow's over, we're back to the grind. I mean, I'm technically already at the grind, so I did my full workout. I'm gonna do some cardio whenever I get home after we have dinner, and then we go back to essentially peak week training, and we have higher carbs for this entire week, but we will change that up. I think like I'll let you guys know whenever the change happens. But we're 21-ish days out, I think. So it's Monday morning after our big win, and we are back to the grind. I am so freaking elated, and I'm just still soaking every second of it. I am getting ready to do my cardio since we actually slept in, which never happens. So we slept in until about 6:30 this morning, because we didn't go to bed until about like 10:30, which is a lot later for us on a weeknight. But I'm feeling good. I'm a little tired still, but gonna get the cardio in, then go on a walk with the dog around like 10 or 11 because it's raining and I don't want her to get soaked, because I just gave her a bath. And then we're gonna go to the gym after Eli gets off of work. So hell yeah, back to it. Got a lot of stuff to do and a lot of lives to change, so let's go. Okay, so I've been super slow moving today because I'm exhausted. I think like the adrenaline is finally wearing off, but I am finally gonna go do my cardio after I finish my second meal, which are just like these energy protein balls. But I wanted to share with you guys all of the amazing shit Ghost gave us while we went to the Alphaland bash. Not sponsored or anything, but it was just really cool because we did run out of pre-workout and now we have a ton of samples to get us through until my package gets here. So I am stoked. Okay. Let's go get the work done because I need to stop being lazy. But talk to you soon. Bye. I got both of the babies.
Okay, I'm all
What's
clean. I blow dried my hair and washed it. I only do this once a week because it's such an ordeal.